Hey everybody, welcome to this episode, and I'm not sure I'm gonna have another episode in another week perhaps because I've been so busy at work, but I'm gonna show you how to calculate the grammage of the cover of this Pep comic number 316, and you can see it's missing essentially a triangular area here. And the way you calculate grammage is basically you weigh the cover, you get the weight in gram, and then you divide it by the area of the cover in meters squared. And that will give you the grams per square meter. So how do I do this? Well, I weight this cover. Let's go over the math here. Cover weight was 6.88 grams. If you measure the area, the width times length, you get 26 centimeters is the length, and the width was 34 centimeters, and you get an area of, let's do it here, 884 centimeters squared. If you now look at the area of the triangle, it is the area of the height of the triangle. Sorry, you're not seeing it. The height of the triangle times the base divided by 2. That's the area of this triangle. So I measured the base from here to here. It was 2.2 centimeters. The height of the triangle was 3.5 centimeters divided by 2, and that gave me 3.85. So area of triangle is 2.2 times 3.5 divided by 2, and that's 3.85 centimeters squared. So the cover area actually is going to be all of this excluding the area of the triangle. So actual cover area is 884 minus 3.85, and that gives you what is this number? This is the actual area of this cover, because you have a missing piece here. We subtracted that missing piece from the cover. So to get the actual GSM of this cover, you take the grammage, how much it weighed, you take the how much it weighed, the mass of this cover, basically 6.88. You divide it by the metric conversion of 880.15, and you get the answer. So let's do that. So GSM of the cover of this current cover is going to be equals to 6.88 grams divided by 880.15 times 10,000 to convert that into metric, because metrics, every meter is 100 centimeters, so it's 100 times 100, which is 10,000. So you do that, you get get 78.17 grams per meter square. This is the GSM of the cover, the current cover. So this is actually the GSM of this paper, would be 78 grams per meter square, 78.17, as calculated through maths, right? So if you want, you can get an app, download an app that does that. It'll tell you exactly all these things, and you don't have to do it by hand. So the idea is to see how much pulp I need for this triangle based on the GSMs of this cover. Okay, so how do I do that? All right, to do this, let me get a new paper, new piece of paper. So the question is, how much pulp is needed for the triangular area that is, we mentioned, was 3.8 centimeters squared, right? So 3.8 centimeters squared is how many meters squared? It is 3.8 divided by 10,000 is going to give you 0.00038 meters squared. All right. So knowing that the GSM is 78.17, you want to figure out how much pulp, X gram, to add to an area of 0.00038. So X is basically this multiplied by this, 0.0038 multiplied by 78.17, and that will give you oops, sorry, I gotta do this again. 0.0038 times 78.17, 0.297, which is 0.3 grams of pulp. Did I make a mistake? I did make a mistake. This is 0.00038, so this is 0.03 grams of pulp. All right, so how do you measure 0.03 grams of pulp? That's a minute amount, right? So instead of doing that, you end up measuring 0.3 gram of pulp. And I can use Abaca in my case. And so you weigh 0.3 grams, you put it into 100 ml volume. Your total volume at the end should be 100 ml. If that's the case, then every 10 ml of this will have in it the appropriate amount of pulp that you need to administer. So if I make 0.3 grams and 100 ml volume, take 10 mils, put it in here, right? Put it in the triangle area. Technically, I should get the same grammage here as I would get with the rest of this paper. That's another way of doing things, right? So should we try it? All right, guys, thanks for watching.